Do they know it's Christmas time again? 10 days until Christmas, bitches. Did you get all your shopping done? Are you ready for Christmas? Isn't it fun? Congratulations to my Jewish friends. They are done, right? Their 8 crazy nights are over. They don't have to deal with this crap anymore. With that, I say good morning and welcome to my live stream 500 feet above New York City. I'm very distracted. My Siri went on for no apparent reason. It's listening to us. Of course, they're listening to us. Could you stop? Could you stop so I could click out of it? Anyway, no, you're going to keep going? All right, it's going to keep going. That's fine. That's just fine. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. First like of the day coming in from the C to the M. Thank you, CM. I greatly appreciate you. You're first on the damn YouTube. Chris Cooper, what's going on? Happy Friday, Opie and Squad. Will we be at the beach? Will we be in the city? Who knows with this guy? I know. The city is behind me. Obviously, I was at the ocean for a day and a half. Oh, my God. All right. Siri finally stopped, and it's just a long thing. It's annoying. Yeah, I was at the ocean yesterday. Took care of doggy, took care of a few other things. Drove home yesterday, decided to leave during the day, which is so stupid. And, you know, my 2.5-hour ride turned into, I don't know, I think 4 hours. That's good, right? Of course it is. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. All right, TikTok. The reason why it took 4 hours is because, one, I don't know where you live. I can only speak for where I live, but I'm sure you got some of the same crap going on. That's why I like talking about this. It takes one car to break down, and the whole area is effed. I'm just tooling along. Enjoying my ride back to the city, and then next thing you know, slow down a good solid 17 miles an hour. And yeah, why don't you do that for the next hour? Thank you. And then come upon the stalled out car, or was it a fender bender? I don't know. I certainly was looking. I couldn't tell if it was a fender bender or a stalled car. And then, of course, the frustration gets the best of you. You're like, I was going 60 miles an hour. Now I'm going 17 miles an hour. I'm doing this for an hour and a half, and it's because of you. So what do? As you drive by the damn thing. Hi, everybody. But I'm back in New York City, and look at this. Look at the sun. It's going to be absolutely glorious. By the way, it's Super Chat Friday. It's fivers and likes. It's what bothered you this week. Look, I just told you what bothered me. I got it going. So if there's something that's bothering you, certainly put it in the chat, and we'll discuss it this morning. Okay. Robert Spahn, he knows his basketball. Let's give credit where it's due. Tub of goo. That's James Harden. 28 points, 5 for 6 from 3-point range, 15 assists. Damn. 7 rebounds, 4 blocks. That's a damn good game for James Harden. I got to be honest. And the Clippers are looking a little better, right? I think they're doing all right. I know this about James Harden, Robert Spahn. He became the 24th NBA player to score at least 25,000 points in a career. That's quite an accomplishment. How many rings does he? Oh, that's right. 0. So he'll just be another player that was pretty damn good, but he gets no ring. So then he walks around after his career's over with just nothing on his hands. That's got to suck. That's why I hate watching the TNT with the Charles Barkley and the Shaq, because Charles Barkley I love Charles Barkley way more than Shaq, way more. I think Charles Barkley is intelligent. I think he's really funny. I think he's knowledgeable. It doesn't hurt that he was friends with Vic Henley, our dear friend who's no longer with us. They both went to Auburn. But then, every time it gets heated in that studio, Shaq's like, excuse me. And how many rings did he win? Something like 5. And then Barkley has to sit there like this. That sucks. And Barkley was such a good player, but he walks around life with no rings. What's up, Joseph? Good morning, brother man. What's up? Cheers, buddy. Cheers, right? Oh, you know what? Let's give it to Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Cheers to you. Cheers to everybody. Hope you had a good week. Hope you're hanging in there. Christmas 10 days away. I'm in full panic. I'm in full panic. I simply don't know what to get my wife for Christmas. I literally don't know. Over the years, I've gotten her pretty much everything. So it's become really, really hard. She just got her new iPhone for her birthday. Oh, I don't know what to get her. So I'm going to just wander around out there. A couple hours from now, you might see me just wandering around, just like helplessly, hoping that I stumble upon something very, very nice for my wife this Christmas. It's just too much pressure. Too much pressure. What's up, Jeffrey? How are you? King Never, what's up? What's the joined mean? I don't know what the join mean. Maybe I'm behind in the chat. RJ Henners, what's going on? Hi, how's the city? I don't know, man. I was at the beach for 2 days. The only voice I heard, you got to grade on a curve if you're watching me this early in the morning. You have to, because I'm half asleep. And I just went 2 days without hearing any voices except for my vet, who gave my doggy three shots and tested him for the ringworm. And that was the only voice I heard for like 2 days. Until I got in my car, then I actually listened to Howard Stern on the way home to the city, and I was telling my wife, "Look, man, I don't like the guy, but fair is fair. Like, I'm stuck in a stupid car in horrendous traffic, and there used to be a little show on the radio called Opie and Anthony. They would entertain the hell out of you when you were stuck in horrendous traffic, and then I'm spinning the dial." And I didn't download any podcasts. I'm like, oh my God, I need to listen to something, right? And there's literally nothing to listen to in the New York City area on the radio. I mean, nothing. Maybe if you like political talk, sure, they get the job done. But I don't want to sit there for 2.5 hours listening to political talk. But regular radio shows, they're non-existent in New York City and pretty much every city in America. And then I'm on Sirius XM because for whatever reason they turned the radio back on in my car. I got my VIP account back, which is weird. And I'm like, there's literally nothing. And Bennington wasn't on yet because he's definitely my go-to. And then finally I settled on Howard. I'm like, this son of a bitch. He's making this traffic bearable. I don't want Howard Stern to make my traffic bearable. But fair is fair. He did. It was pretty entertaining. I have to adjust. He's still doing it. Yeah, it's so easy to say he stinks and it's not true. He's still effing doing it. The shock jockey stuff I don't like as much. I like when they just open their microphones and just talk. And then I get home and I go to my wife. This is honest time now. This is like therapy right now. I listened to Howard on the way back to the city. She's like, she rolls her eyes because she knows what a dick Howard is. All the garbage he pulled behind the scenes, And I'm like, and I was triggered. Because we used to be the show in everybody's cars when they were stuck in traffic. And then they played some bit that was just okay. It was some kind of phony phone call. Honestly, it was just okay. And then he goes to the phones. And that's exactly what I used to do after we played a bit. You go to the phones. What did they think of this? And the only reason you go to the phones is because you knew it killed. And then, of course, the caller said something that completely triggered me as a radio guy. And I was like, oh, my God, why am I not on the radio? And that was so funny. I almost drove off the road. I can't tell you how many times I heard that when we were doing the Opie and Anthony show. If I had $1 for every time someone said that, oh my, I wouldn't be begging for super chats right now. But it triggered me. I'm like, oh, why am I not on the red? Oh, that's right. No one's paying anything. But we're back in the city as the sun comes up over Manhattan. That's a damn good view right there. I like that. So I hope everyone's doing all right. What's up, Scott Watson? Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure. One of my soldiers, one of my guys that is looking out for me on the damn internet. And you got me a damn good Christmas tree for Christmas. That's for sure. I'm going up there every single year now, Scott. You know that, right? Opster, we had a good time last night. Leather Daddy Cap. What was that? Leather Daddy Cap. Can you explain, please? Hi, Ross Dogs. How are you? King Never. No shopping. No shopping. Good morning, Cupcake and Crew. Good morning. I give spirit. Good. We got Gail. Hi, Gail. A member of my my Instagram. You could join. Gives me a few bucks in my stupid pocket. And then we got a chat room that's open 24/7. I'm Opie Radio on the Instagram. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just got like a hoodie and a hat. It just makes me feel all nice and warm. Love that skyline. Right on, King Never. Very good to see you. What's up, Sadist? How are you, brother? Christmas, la. Oh, did you guys really hate it as much as the show portrayed? Christmas in general? I don't necessarily hate Christmas. I know I've said that a lot. What I really hate, I got to adjust that slightly, is the pressure and the stress of running around here and there, getting everything ready. And because I married a Philly gal, we go down to Philly every Christmas Eve. So right when you're trying to settle down and get your Christmas going, then you got to pack the car, drive down to Philly for literally the day. And then you drive back really late Christmas Eve. And then, you're up half the night setting up the Christmas for the kids. And it's all that I just despise. I like going to Philly for Christmas Eve and all that, but it's a lot. It's absolutely a lot. So, Christmas morning when everything's done, and of course, credit goes to more my wife than me. She gives these kids an unbelievable Christmas every year. I do what I can. Trust me, I do what I can. But Christmas morning, when you realize it's over. Now we head into the cold of winter, and we don't have to deal with anything for a while. Because, it's like from September all the way to January 1st, it's like if you have kids, it's just got to get them back into school. Got to make sure they're all set for school. Got to make sure they have all their school supplies, school. And then there's teacher parent stuff right away. And then we move into holidays, one holiday after another. And then finally, Christmas morning, you sit around, you're like, oh, it's over for a while. Now we go into the dead of winter. And then we don't have to deal with anything until what? Valentine's Day. I like that. I like we get the break. We don't need a holiday every 2 weeks, world. It's stupid. Your mic cut out. How did my mic cut out? What are you talking about? What's up, XM202 Afro? I acknowledge you every day because you're my only person watching this on the Twitch. All good with Doggy? Yeah, thank you for asking, RJ Hinters, because we stopped giving him his heartworm pills because we ran out, and like I just said, with everything else, we got so busy that we sort of forgot about it. And then they're like, this is what the vet did. We got to test it for a heartworm. And then he's like, I go, well, is it curable? He's like, yeah, but it's a real drag. It's a drag on you. It's a drag on the dog. And it's a long process. It's no fun for anybody. I'm like, oh my God. So we had to wait for the 24 hours to get the test back, and he doesn't have the heartworm, thank God. And we're like, oh my God, we got to get back on those pills. I didn't realize the heartworm was that bad. So yeah, thanks for asking. Doggy's all good. He's got his shots, and we move on. Hey, oh, morning peeps. What's up, Tommy Festa? How are you? Not Huntington anymore. I don't know what that means. All right. All right. Happy Friday. Thank you, Greg Buell. Stupid Fish Fry Friday. How many states celebrate Fish Fry Friday? I need to know that. What was it? Baked scrod. Blech. With French fries on the side, right? And a pitcher of beer. That's a long lost art, man. You know, the whole beer world has changed. Hanging out with Matt, owner of Gephardt's, also helps me out with the Tuesdays at Gephardt's. Remember just going to a bar and you're like, I'll get some wings and a pitcher of beer. And they put that cold pitcher of beer in front of you with a couple of really cold glasses for you and your buddies. Oh, is that that's a lost art form, right? I think so. I don't see pictures of beers anymore. Well, Salty, what's going on? Finally catching alive. Well, thank you. Thanks for getting up early. Good morning, Sunshine. What's up, dude, man, bro, Chafe? How are you? Make sure you hit the like while you're here. Happy Friday, squad. Opie, my friend, I hope you have a great weekend. Cheers to all. I'm not going to have a great weekend. We got glow-in-the-dark dodgeball tonight. And then I got to run around like a lunatic. Then I leave the house. I'm like, all right, I'm going to relieve all this stress and pressure, and I'm just going to go shop. And I go into store after store after store, just praying that I walk around the corner and then something is lit up like, oh, the perfect Christmas gift for my wife. It's right there. Or then I do find something, oh, okay, I got to go to this certain store. They got this. This is perfect, and they got it. And then you go there, and they're like, yeah, we're sold out. Let me check the store in Newark. Newark? I can't go to Newark. Good news, we got one left in Poughkeepsie. Krispy Kreme and coffee here, man. Right on, Mike O'Donnell. Did you guys see the dopes in Idaho? Speaking of food, I tweeted about it, but they opened an In-N-Out burger. And this is why we're doomed as a society, by the way. But, not you people. Of course not, because you're watching this. So I'm not talking to you people. If you're watching this, you got some kind of intelligence to you. I guarantee that. Because we go deep here and you continue to watch every morning. So you've got some smarts to you. But they opened up an In-N-Out burger in Idaho. And you're like, all right. If something like that was coming to my town when I used to live in the sticks, when I used to live in Buffalo or Rochester, or when I was in Geneseo, I lived in the sticks. And if something like that was coming, to town, that would have been a big deal. But, the thinking people out there, and there's less and less of us as the years go by, we would have went, the first day, it's going to be a little crazy. I'll try the In-N-Out burger maybe a week from now, where you can just drive right up to the drive-thru, order your stupid burger, and be on your way. Oh, no. Oh, these people, they had to be the first to try an In-N-Out burger in Idaho. 8 hours. This is why, no offense. No offense. Don't take this the wrong way, but this is why Trump will be president again right here. But actually, I'm voting because, all right, you're voting because of other reasons. I get it. But the collective in America, the reason Trump will be president again is because of what you saw in Idaho. 8 hours. People waited 8 hours on a drive-through line to get a stupid burger. Oh my God. We get that here in New York. There was a chicken joint. I forgot the name of it, but they're really popular in Harlem, they're really known for their fried chicken. I forgot the name of the place. It doesn't matter, I guess, to the people that don't live in the area. I'm clicking through all these because I'm way behind in the chat. I'm very, very sorry. Super chats, absolutely. get you to the front of the line. And also, if you're a member of my YouTube channel, you go to the front of the line. So St. Ranger 1959, he's a member. He's keeping track of my likes. Now we're up to 17 likes, by the way. All right, let me get a couple members on here. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. It's an XIR. All right, I don't know what that means. Okay, but I wanted to give you a little time. And then super chats and members will get you to the front of the line. Mike O'Donnell, $5. Package be there Monday, Tuesday for sure. Perfect stuff for you. So you sent me something for Tuesdays at Get Parts? Oh, I can't wait to open that up live on the air. The one thing I'm hoping people send are these. Any type of these, I will absolutely wear on camera. If you send if you send me one of these. But we'll open up anything on Tuesdays at Get Parts. Thank you, Mike O'Donnell. Always a pleasure. Thanks for your $5. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get to oh, damn. Sorry. I'm going all the way to another super chat. I'm wiping out the chat like big time. Your mic is fine. I thought so. Thank you, St. Ranger. I'm wiping out the chat. Sorry. Oh, my God. You guys want to talk today? All right. All the way to Ken Mosca, $9.99. Good morning, Ope. Cowboys Bills this weekend, dude. You don't think I know, Ken? You don't think I know? Let me get a little more light on the situation here. You don't think I know? This is a biggie. This is a biggie. This is a biggie. Bills play the Cowboys. The Bills are home. The Bills were sort of dead in the water. They got by the Chiefs. Mahomes is still crying. Taylor Swift is still wondering what was the problem. She don't know. Travis is like, I'll explain it to you another day. But they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City. Now they got the Cowboys at home. Oh my God. Oh, Billy Baroo, Billy. We need a win. And yes, I say we. That's my team. A lot of people like to pigeonhole me and say that I like 10 teams in the NFL. That's not true. I'm down to loving the Bills and taking a little peek ski. Oh, did I try to say peek ski? Sorry for that. Let me take one back. And I take a little peek at the Jets. A little peek. So we'll see. But it is a big, big weekend, Ken. Big. Oh, my God. You know what, though? The fans up there in Buffalo, they're absolutely insane. I've gone to Jets games. I've gone to Bills games. I've gone to Giants games. I've gone to a couple Eagles games. I've gone to Patriots games. And I'm sorry to tell you this. It's been my experience that the Bills fans are numero uno. So they could possibly get the Bills past the Cowboys this weekend. Oh, my God. Everything. It's all about this game. They have to win. Ken Mosca, thanks for the $9.99, sir. All right, where were we? So there's I remember there's a fried chicken place. They're up. I think it's Harlem. They're up in Harlem, and they are well known. Like, people really love this type of chicken, and they're like, you know what? Let's bring the chicken place down to the Upper West Side where all the hoity-toities are. I live among the hoity-toities, and they opened up a place on 72nd Street in my neighborhood. And just like the In-N-Out Burger, right? It was a big to-do. They got some articles out there, and everyone's like, oh, my God, the chicken place is coming to our neighborhood. The line was hours long. And I wanted to try the chicken because I got caught up in the hype, you know. And I went there, and I saw that the line was like at least an hour at that point, maybe 2 hours long. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just wait. And wouldn't you know, like 2 days later, no line, walked right in, got my fried chicken, brought it home, and it sucked. I didn't like it at all. I'd rather get me some Popeyes. Popeyes fried chicken. Stop. Just stop. It's Popeyes. Then it's KFC. Then it's the company that doesn't like the gays. That's the order I would put it in. Okay. That's what I would put it in. What the F you mean, you people? Uh-oh, did I say you people? I didn't mean to say you people. My God. In and Out, those are good burgers. Yeah, they're good burgers, but they're not. I mean, what's the deal? Why would you wait 8 hours at a drive-through? Maybe you're trying to get something for your Instagram or your TikTok. I don't know. Just stupid. By the way, I'm right here. I got a tickle in my throat because I've been walking the stairs in this building trying to lose some lbs. So I'm in major cardio mode between walking the stairs every day. There's 40 stories. I do 10 at a time, and I'm doing loops in the park. I got lung crap, probably lung butter that has moved all the way up to here, and it's just driving me nuts. I can't clear it out. I need one good, and I'll get it out. Raw Stokes Broken Spirit. Where is WWG? What is it? What is WWG? Bills 27, Cowboys 20, Allen 320 yards, 2 TDs. That's, Robert. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. See, this is the problem with the camera now. Look, now I start going into a shadow, which is stupid because, I'd rather be in a shadow when I first start, when I have really tired face. Maybe I'll switch to the other camera. I don't know. I got a smudge on my MacBook camera. It looked like a thumbprint grease thing. So you're like, oh, a little Windex. Windex won't take care of it. I actually got to go to the Apple store and go, how do you get rid of this smudge? Why isn't it coming off with the Windex? You'll see, because I'll switch to that camera in a little bit because I want to try that because as the sun comes up, it's going to silhouette my whole damn face. Teabagging. All right. There you go. Rochester is carjack city now. I hear they're grabbing cars in Rochester, right? I've actually heard this, King Never. Man, I don't know what the hell's going on out there, but there's some nonsense all over the damn place. A lot of nonsense. So I don't know what the hell, but I did hear that about Rochester. They're grabbing cars. Once you get away from douche central New York City, you'll see pitchers and wings available, Cassius says. All right, thank you. You don't get a pitcher of beer in New York anymore. And I miss those days. And you weren't thinking what beer. We'll take a pitcher. They just gave you. You didn't ask what kind. You didn't ask what kind. You didn't go, what's the ABV in this one? Because, man, before I learned about the new craft beers from Matt, I would be like, oh, that sounds good. You would see it on a chalkboard, right? Has some whacked out name and, oh, but that looks good. I'll have one of those. You have one and you're like, why am I falling down? Oh, that is a 10.2 ABV. Damn. You kids, man, you need a lot of alcohol in your beer. And I know that sounded really stupid, but if you know, you know. When we grew up, a beer was like 4%. Maybe if you got a Molson Ice when I was in Western New York, that was like a 5, and that was a big deal. These beers today they're pushing 10 and above. How much alcohol do you need in your beer? Generation, Gen, we're past Gen Z, right? What are we up to? Gen 2.0 maybe? I don't know. I don't know what gen we're up to. They opened the first Sonic near us a while back, and it caused traffic jams for days. It's so stupid. All you have to do is wait. I hat how everybody always says Opie is talentless, fat, and a loser. He's a cool dude. Wow, this is a lovely compliment, Creamy Butters. I don't think it's the actual Creamy Butters. All right. 8 hours. Yeah, you didn't know that, King? 8 hours at an In-N-Out burger drive-through in Idaho. Just sitting there for 8 hours just to try the burger. Oh, God, how stupid. Oops, ever meet anyone from 2 Live Crew? I don't think so. we were pretty jaded. We met so many people. There are people I met that were really famous that I completely forgot. And then the follow-up question would be, well, who? And I don't know because I forgot. But every once in a while, someone will remind me of something. I go, somebody, and I go, oh my God, that's right. We interviewed that guy. Looking for your FUs though. What pissed you off this week? I certainly have already given you a few. We did that when Krispy Kreme opened in Issaquah. Did I get it right? I need to know if I got it right, Bill. Bill's one of ours. Issaquah, WA. Is that Wisconsin? The WA is Wisconsin, right? I think so. Dude, man, bro, chief. In-N-Out stinks on ice. What a boring ass burger. Generic AF. Yeah, man, there are burgers. There's a burger joint. Man. Carl one day said, you want it. I don't know if he said you want the best burger in New York City, but he said you want a fantastic burger, I think he said. I'm like, hell yeah. So we were doing a pop-up at Pete's Tavern back in the day. And right after that was over, or right before, I forget now, it's like, you want this burger. And we went to just a little diner joint. You walked in. It was nothing special. It had a little counter with maybe 10 seats, a couple little tables, really small joint. They're cooking the burgers right in front of you. As soon as you walk in, you're like, oh, my God. And Carl's like, just wait. And honestly, it's one of the best burgers I had. It doesn't have any fanfare. It's not going to have lines for days. But the people in New York, the real true foodies, know of this place. And they know it's one of the best burgers you can get in all of New York City. And they don't want to tell the people because they want their little joint for themselves. It's unbelievable how good this burger is. So good. And that's what I do miss about all right, Creamy. This isn't my Creamy, so let me get rid of this idiot. Man, the obsession truly is real. Everybody wants to be part of something eventful to spark up their lives so bad. Well, that's true. But that's what I miss about Carl Ruiz. How's your vid, by the way, Vincent? I hope you're doing all right. My daughter was pretty sick all week, but I think she's finally going back to school today. So she was feeling like crap. But that's what I miss about Carl Ruiz. Like, he would call me up. You want to get something to eat? And I'm like, yeah. And he would either say, jump on a subway, meet me here, or he'd come up this way. And he always found the out of the way places. They were usually on a side street. So it's hard for, that type of restaurant to get the walk-ins, because the people, if they're not walking down a main avenue or street in New York, they're not doing the side streets. And these out-of-the-way places that Carl turned me on to, one after another, was some of the best food I've ever had in my life. It wasn't some stupid, hoity-toity, over-the-top restaurant where everything is like ridiculously expensive. It was mom-and-pop places that took pride in what they were doing. And that's the burger place. I will look it up, and on a future live stream, I'll let you know, just in case you're in New York and you want to try it for yourself. Excuse me. And if it sucks for you, I doubt it would. It's nothing, because the prices are very, very reasonable. Ross Dog's Broken Spirit, $5. Oh, what is your most hated New York City parade, and why is it the Puerto Rican Day Parade? The Puerto Rican Day Parade absolutely rules. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What they get done on the streets of New York. I've watched the Puerto Rican Day Parade many times over the years, and you're like, how is this legal? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, do they know how to have a good time? There are women that will just go at it with the cops, twerking, rubbing everything up against the cops. You're like, Jesus. Puerto Rican Day Parade is awesome. But Ross Dog's Broken Spirit brings up something good. There's a parade in New York almost every weekend. Almost every weekend. All right, let me switch cameras. I want to try something different, because now but see, this other camera's going to suck because it's got the smudge. But I'm just experimenting, because this is still a work in progress. Let me just see if this will work. Hold on. I know I know. Let me just do this. Let me see if this works. I mean, it's see, it's a smudge, man, and a halo. And what's all that now? I think my camera's busted. How do they fix a camera on a MacBook? Got some weird haze around me. That doesn't matter. We'll just leave it like this. I'm not gonna do too much more anyway. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my kids up. I'll be right back. I gotta warm up my coffee too. Minash, King of the Zaz. If you're a member of my YouTube channel, you get precedent. If you give me a super chat, you get precedent. But I'm not exclusive in that way. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to throw their big comments on the big screen. Okay. Let me warm up my coffee. Thank you to Minaj. He's a killer for me, for real. He's given me a lot of great material. So let me leave him on the big screen. I'll be right back with a fresh cup of coffee and we'll finish up. All right. Sorry for the hazy camera, but it's better than the silhouette one, I guess. I gotta buy another camera. Oh my God. Yeah, if someone could help me out with some kind of cleaner that gets my MacBook lens clean again, it's driving me nuts. I wish I could take a picture of the smudge. Like when I do the Windex, everything is pristine and really nice, but right around the camera, it still has this smudge. Because everyone closes their MacBook like that, and you're putting your stupid fingerprint right over the camera. I might have to wrap up. My daughter has been sick all week. She was feeling a lot better, and now her throat is really hurting. We took her to the doctor though, man. It's no strep throat. If it was strep throat, they would have put the medicine in her and she would have been fine by now. That medicine goes like this. I used to get strep throat every single year. Mike O'Donnell, member of my YouTube, giving these guys precedent today. Read my mind. You will be wearing it. I don't know what that means. You rule. Another guy that's a member of my YouTube channel, James Banks. Thank you, James. Who the devil is Darian O'Toole? Man, Darian O'Toole was a decent, I was going to say female DJ. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing, she's a funny female comic. No, Darian O'Toole was just a good radio show host in a world where a lot of females sucked because their role on the radio was to be the hole, to be the yield sign, to be the stop sign, to be the cop waiting in his car with the radar. That was the job of a lot of females in radio. And then, you had people like Darian O'Toole that was like, no, man, I'm going to do what the guys are doing. I'm not going to play the role of stopping the action. And she was really, really good. And that's all I remember about her now. I think she was out of San Francisco, I think. Another really good radio guy is retiring. My God. And that's Danny Bonaducci. He's got some crazy ass health crap happening, and I gave him a little congratulations on his career. But he's retiring to Palm Springs. He's got some weird crap going on, man, where he's got fluid in his brain that's causing all sorts of crap. Just terrible. You wonder, like he was a partier, like he was like, he was like level 10 in partying. That means maybe dipping into the heroin, and you wonder if that partying lifestyle caused what he's dealing with now. But he's retiring from radio. My God, I think he's in his early 60s. Royalty, Opie. This is a random question. Do you know or ever meet Eddie Murphy? Oh Jesus, no. I know Rob Bartlett, who I definitely consider a friend. Really, really nice guy, really funny comic. You might remember him from Imus's show. He did all the characters. He did the Brian Wilson. Really, really talented guy. Did a lot of Broadway. Did a play with Matthew Broderick. He came up with Eddie Murphy. Like Rob Bartlett knows Eddie Murphy as just a regular kid trying to make it. That is so weird if you think about it. But I never met Mr. Murphy. I did not. He was the big comedian when I was growing up. Oh my God. I don't think there was anybody that was bigger than Eddie Murphy. You might say like, Carlin. Well, then Kinnison came after Eddie Murphy. Then it was Kinnison was like the biggest comedian going. Excuse me. Wow. Thor. I got distracted as Thor brought back Peekski. I deserve it. Thor, I deserve it. Oh my God, I deserve it. Thank you, Thor. Favorite Christmas song? Go. Sleeves Christmas song, FTW. I don't believe you guys hate it as much as you said. I love that song. Anthony and Jimmy, I guess, didn't like it or whatever, but I love Sleeves Christmas song. We just, meaning the collective we, I guess, we tweeted out on my Twitter, Opie Radio. It's out there. Mittens actually posted it, and I retweeted Mittens. There's another one that just supports and is out there fighting the good fight for me and everybody else. Favorite Christmas song? I like the Andy Williams. I forgot how the song goes. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That one is my favorite Christmas song, but I got something to say about favorite Christmas songs. It's driving me nuts. And actually, when I was listening to Howard, he didn't get into it, and I was screaming at the radio. So if you don't know, like Mariah Carey, she's had the number one Christmas song for for decades. No one has come close to knocking Mariah Carey out of the top spot as far as Christmas songs go. Which one is hers? I don't even remember the stupid song, but she's the number one Christmas song for years and years and years. And then Brenda Lee, out of nowhere, she knocked out Mariah Carey, and she has the number one Christmas song this year. It's a really big deal. And, she does the song Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, da-da-dee-ba-dee-dee-ba. I learned that she recorded the song when she was 13 years old. 65 years later, she's now 77, 78 years old. She's the number one Christmas song in America. And it's a big effing deal. And now she's like an old lady still singing the stupid song. She's getting a lot of attention. Everyone's like, this is just amazing that Brenda Lee knocked off Mariah Carey as far as the number one Christmas song goes, right? Well, what Howard Stern didn't explain, and no one else is explaining out there, the only reason Brenda Lee is the number one Christmas song in America, beating out Mariah Carey, it's because in the song, it sounds like she's saying some fucking pumpkin pie. Forgot the exact lyric, but a fucking pumpkin pie. And it's something that me and Anthony did on the radio no less than probably a dozen times. We pretty much did the bit every Christmas where you're like, listen to this song. It sounds like she's saying fucking pumpkin pie. I'm looking up the actual lyric. And that's the only reason Brenda Lee, 65 years later, is the number one Christmas song in America. It's not because the song is good. It's because the kids picked up on it on the stupid TikTok. And they're like, you got to hear this. It sounds like she's saying fucking pumpkin pie. Why can't I find the lyrics, by the way? I don't want Brenda Lee's website. Why would I ever want to go to Brenda Lee's website? All right, let me see this. Hold on. I would love to play the song for you, but all right, here it is. Here it is, I think. Oh, Joe, you gave me a $5 as this loads? Why would it load? What's up, Joe? $5. $5 and likes, people. Put an end to this grudge and get Opie and Anthony back on a podcast. We feel the same way about radio. See, you saying that this is grudge doesn't make me want to do anything to make you happy. Okay? Do you get it? So no. Why the hell can't I find the lyrics to this stupid song? They don't want you to know the lyrics? All right, here it is, I think. Okay. And we'll do where's and some fucking pumpkin pie. Oh, here it is. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. And this is why the song is number one. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie. Oh, no, people think she's saying fucking pie. So in the song, it sounds like she's saying, later we'll have some fucking pie. And we did that bit so many times, it's not even funny. And the kids have picked up on that. Like, wait, you got to hear this Christmas song. I think she's saying, we'll have some fucking pie. And that's the only reason that song is number one. That's the literal only reason it's number one, because the kids picked up on it on the TikTok. So when people are, in your little world after you move on from this and you hear people talking about Brenda Lee and it's the number one Christmas song in America, the only reason is because people picked up on the fact that it sounds like she's saying fucking pie in a wholesome Christmas song that she recorded when she was 13 years old. I had a paper route when I was 13. Maybe not. I think I started my caddying days by then. Jim Stansel. Top of the morning, boss. I'll be back in town Tuesday. Just saying. This Jim Stansel gave me a really good episode of Tuesdays at Gephardt's. I put out part one last night. It's doing very, very well. Part two is where it's at, though, because Matt leaves the bar, and I'm stuck with Jim Stansel, who I nicknamed the Intruder because he showed up at Tuesdays at Gephardt's with giant signs outside the window. That's what I love about this stupid Tuesdays at Gephardt's. It's starting to get this thing where you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to show. And he showed up. And Matt finally had to go home. And I'm like, screw it. I'll hang out with Jim Stansel. I don't know who the hell this guy is. And we were drinking beers. Part two, which will be out this weekend, is really good. Oh, my God. It's really good. Jim, good to see you, brother. That was a lot of fun. Part one doing well, but part one's more the setup. Part two is where Matt's like, I gotta go. And we order more beers and we get at it. And then we go dark. Wow, I don't know about that, Matt. I don't think that was my quote, Matt. James Banks. Cheers, Robert. All right. Should we start? I think I got to wrap up. I got to make sure my kid's okay. My priorities are very, very different. LOL lung butter. Yeah, no, it's right here. Because I've been pushing it up with all the cardio. Pushing it up. Wait, we haven't even got the sun to pop yet? Oh, it pops behind the building these days. That's right. When it starts moving back this way, then I know we're getting closer and closer to like normal weather. Normal light during the day, normal temperatures, fishing right around the corner. But when it's stuck behind that building, it's my sundial. I know we're in it when the sunrise comes and it's blocked by that building we call the monolith. I don't know if it's right. All right, you see it. The line in my window is blocking the monolith. But anyway. All right, why don't you hit the likes? Why don't you hit the likes? I was going to say, why don't you hit the bank and give me a $5? Some fucking pie. All right. I'm distracted. So I gotta check on my kid for real. She's miserable, which sucks. We were trying to get her back to school today because they don't have a lot of days left before the big Christmas break, and she was excited to go back today. It's weird with these kids, man. It's really weird. It's fun to see the differences between how you grew up and your kids, and like the kids today. That the reason why you don't see them. Opie's not fat. Oh God, no. I'm not fat, but I'm pushing like 180 pounds. If you want to know the truth, I don't like that. My fighting weight's about 172, so I'm literally just trying to lose like 5 to 7 pounds. That's it. I try to keep my shit together. I don't get too crazy. I think during COVID, I was pushing like 185. I definitely moved up the charts, but I try to keep it within range always, always. But like you don't see kids out in the streets ever because they play on their iPads now. They don't understand just getting a bicycle and going and going and going and riding all day. I'm riding to my friend's house. We're gonna run around the woods. We're gonna build a fort. And then no phones. You're just out there on your bike, hoping a van doesn't drive by you slowly. And if a van was driving by you slowly, you were effed because you didn't have a phone or nothing. And then it was normal behavior to come back home as the sun was going down. And your parents would have no idea what you were doing for the last 6 hours. It's crazy. Now it's like, text me when you get there. But mom, I'm only going 2 blocks. I know, but text me when you get there. We come from a time we would just leave the house for hours on end. Our parents didn't know where we were, and they were okay with that. Crazy, right? But nowadays, I don't need a mod for now, James Banks, but I appreciate it. The amount of haters, honestly, it's really minimal at this point. They kind of moved on, and then when I just bitch slap someone out there, then that person's people come and bother me for a day or two, and we yank them. And I do have another person that's yanking people behind the scenes. Not every day, by the way, because they help out when they can. Let's just put it that way. But with these kids, the other thing with these kids, man, if I had a fever, oh, I worked that fever. Oh, I ain't going to school for a week. These kids, they love going to school. It's so weird to me. So she's in the other room, really bummed out, almost crying because she thought she would go back to school today, and she's her throat still hurts. So she's really bummed. Blurry. No, I know. I acknowledge that the camera was blurry. It's a smear on my. It's driving me nuts. If you want to know the truth. It's a smear only around the camera because that's how you close the the MacBook. You put your thumb right there, and Windex isn't taking it away. I put some kind of grease thing on it. It's not taking it away. It's just annoying. It's absolutely annoying. The other camera way better. I know. I was trying some, but the other problem with the other camera is then right now I'm in silhouette mode, so I'll figure it all out. You don't have to worry about that. I'll figure it out. I know you want to see these baby blues. I'll figure it all out where you get to see the baby blues the entire the entire morning. Yeah, I know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah, with my greasy fingers. But you would think the grease would have went away with some Windex, but it's not. And then I was too lazy to go back to the other camera. Let me go to St. Ranger. You mentioned hats. If a viewer sent you a shearling leather hat, would you wear it? Do viewers send it to the Get Parts bar? Howdy to my gal Pam. What's up, St. Ranger? I don't know what a shearling leather hat. I mean, if you send something to Get Parts, I'll certainly put it on my stupid head. But then at that point, if it's not my style or if I look ridiculous, I'm gonna find someone else to take possession of it. But yeah, send shit to Get Parts. Get Parts Beer Culture. It's the one on 72nd Street. Send it there. Matt has 2 locations. I guess if you send it to the other one, Matt will get it eventually. But thank you, St. Ranger. I appreciate you. All right, I usually try. All right, you know what? I really got to go. I'm distracted. Opie is the hole on his own live stream. Damn, man, that's not nice. That hurts. That hurts. What are you doing? Thanks for the hate. First thing in the morning, you weirdo. Get rid of that guy. Well, you already know. All right, he's gone. Dude, we miss your partner, Anthony. Well, go find him. He does his thing. You can go find him and check him out and enjoy what he's doing. That'd be wonderful. This is it's so weird. I guess I'll always be attached to the Opie and Anthony show, huh? I was thinking that maybe I would get some peace and quiet after the Opie and Anthony years, but I guess that's not going to happen. Son of Snooper, I don't deal with this nonsense. It's just more garbage on the internet. Of course I live with my wife and my kids. I just woke them up. See, the problem is, like, if you're not doing crazy ass shit out there that people could exploit, right? I try to live a decent life. I'm not perfect. I try to be better. See, your comment is going to lead to actual a life lesson. So thank you, son of Snooper, you piece of garbage. Of course I live with my wife and my kids. Why wouldn't I? I'm sorry that I'm actually happy. I'm sorry I'm one of these guys that actually is happy to be married and happy to be a father. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Here's the deal, though. You try to live a good life. You try to be better every day. You don't have a lot of nonsense in your past. So it bothers the hater. So they just, at that point, have to just make up shit about you, your wife, your kids. That's the terrible world we live in. You know, I work hard to be a good, decent person. I work hard to be a good husband. I work hard to be a good father. And then, and then these people, they don't like you. So they're searching. There's got to be something. And then they don't find anything that's really that good. So then at that point, they're like, fuck it, I'll just make up shit. It's a weird world, dude. It's really a strange, strange world. The horrendous crap they have said about my family is just like, I'll say this, someday they're going to have to deal with that. And you don't know how it's going to come out, but it will. It will. It always does. And then I hear from a few of you, years will go by and they get a hold of me and they're like, I'm really sorry. I was a huge hater. I get this quite often. I was a huge hater. Will you please accept my apology? And then I would always say, well, what'd you do? And they're like, well, I'm like, no, I really need to know what you did. And then they will write out the horrendous shit they did and, attacking my family and this and that. And then I bite my own teeth. If you know, you bite your own teeth. And then I honestly am the guy that goes, it's okay. Like, I accept their apology, but it drives me nuts. I'm like, why did you have to go down that road and hate on that level? Why? What is it about you? You got to work on you at that point. But that's the deal, They try to start garbage and rumors all the time. And the fact is, I've been happily married for 15 years. We've never had a bump in the road. My wife's so cool that she goes, yeah, you know what? It looks like you need to go to the beach for a day because we're with each other every day. I'm pretty much a stay-at-home dad, so I'm lucky in that regard. And she goes, yeah, go chill for a day or two. I know there's a lot of relationships out there. If you said to you, well, I want to, why would you want to do that? Thank God I'm not in one of those. And then I got two great kids that I'm proud to be their father. So to that guy, go F yourself. You're just garbage. And I know what you were trying to do. Minaj with Minaj, King of the Czars. Please get Scorch and Denny Falcon on the show. Falcone, excuse me. Yeah, man, that's not a bad idea. They would actually be fun to have on this thing. All right, I got to go for real. Dude, man, bro, chief. Hey, Greg, drop the opium by way of attrition. The O&A stuff will eventually go away. Sort of like Eastside Dave and how he doesn't acknowledge the. Oh, okay. I have thought of that many, many times, and people around me are like, that the stupid name Opie has a lot of value out there still, in searches and all that. And the problem is I never liked my real. Thank you, King. I know I got my people out there. It's just annoying. I'm annoyed by how terrible people are. And there were times when I was doing a radio show, I was pretty terrible. I know, I'll acknowledge that. But at one point I had to acknowledge that and be aware of that and try to be better. I would love to drop the name Opie. I never liked the name Opie, but I never liked my real name Greg. That's the problem. But if I don't really use my name, when I'm on these things. I try not to. All right, I'm babbling. I know when I'm babbling, I gotta go. Want to say thank you to Greg Buell. These are the people. They're soldiers. They just throw bucks, $1 or $2 every day. They don't want any attention, but I give them the attention. Tom Taylor, thank you, brother. Oh my God, you guys were very generous on the. This guy hides his comments, but fuck it. I want to give you credit, Joseph Lewis, 200. That's $2. It's really nice. Trevor Myers, who I met at Gephardt's. God, I felt like I was meeting a celebrity. I'll end with this. So I was doing Tuesdays at Gephardt's, and like I said, you never know who's going to come by. I've had people from the private Facebook stop by. I've had people that I put on camera, and a few people that were like, I just want to come here and say hi. Don't mention me. No. I just want to say hi. I have a few of those. But last Tuesday, all of a sudden this guy is waving and he's pointing at his phone like, I was trying to get a hold of you. And I swear at first I thought it was Kevin Bryant. I'm like, what? Kevin's here? What? I was so confused. Long story short, it was Trevor Myers. He was in town for a meeting. He's from, where did you say? Shit. Indiana, I think, right? Oh, shit. I think you said Indiana. And he was in New York for a meeting, and he's like, I just happen to be in New York on a Tuesday. I'm stopping by and saying hi. And it was really nice to meet him because he's been big supporter. He's part of the private Facebook group. And more importantly, he was just really, really nice. And it was a pleasure to meet you, Trevor. All right. With that, I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. Thanks, guys. Love you, miss you. We will, we'll turn this on over the weekend for sure. Have a wonderful